What I'm going to show you quickly is how to make a nice shaft pin. Now you can either use a rivet, but a lot of times my rivets are a little too small. They look lovely, and if you have a smaller, they're easy because they're aluminum, so they're easier to hammer. But here's another one I've just made, right? It's just a tad wobbly, but it's okay. I kind of like them a little looser. Anyways, so all that is a clothes hanger, and you take your pliers and you clip off 2 lengths. There's 2 lengths there. I'm just going to do one for you so you can see. Scrape off the white plastic. Just like that. Now you can do the whole clothes hanger in one go and then cut them up. I'm just doing this for demo purposes. You can see how it works. There's one, and I'd have to do the second one for the second shaft. Now, when the pliers cuts, it leaves a little V shape here. So you want to flatten that. A little bit of shoving doesn't matter. See, it is flattened quite nicely. And we'll stick it in this. I stick it in the vise too, but I'm just going to show you with the vise grips how I can do it. And grip quite hard. Okay. And then tap, tap, tap. I haven't got it far enough out there yet on this thing, so we'll put it a bit further out so it's tighter. I'm going to put the big hammer head behind it so it doesn't go down into my glass. And there you go. Now that's one way of tapping. Yeah, so I'm taking the coat hanger pins and putting in a little drill holder like this here, tightening it up, turning on the drill, and then grinding these smooth so they look the plastics off the coat hanger. Switch it around. Now don't forget your gloves and your glasses on this. There we go. I was doing it with the knife, but this is quicker. I'm doing a large batch, and there's another one done. There you go. I've only got a couple more to do, and I'll have like maybe 10 cars or something. Yeah, I put in the drill, and don't leave too much of the shaft out, otherwise it would bend. And you just give it a light turning, and then if you take a bigger hammer and you hit it off to the angle, it's going to make the shaft crooked. Be patient. I'll put it so you can see better there. There we go. So you can see there's a little bit of a head formed there now. We'll take it out and see how it goes. Doesn't want to come out. No, they got it tightened so well. There we go. So I take it out of this. I have my pin, we'll try it in the wheel. How's that? There you go. Do that twice and you got your wheels ready again. And then you wait until you put it in the car and you can cut it wherever you like, whatever length you like, and then tap the other side. Okay, very lightly, and keep tapping in circular movements. And there you go, you got your pins. If you can see, I'll show you in a minute, or when they were snapped off with the pliers, they turn out to be kind of like 45s, like a chisel. And you don't want that when you're going to go tap for the rivet in the wheel afterwards. So basically all I'm doing is putting it in a vise here like this. Right, hard clamp. Make sure I'm in your camera there. And I'm taking a Dremel and I'm the stone and just flattening these. So here we go. Just with the stone, a quick flattening. Now that gives a little burr out there, so you're ready for your, it's flat now, and you're ready for hammering it to make a, you know, a dinky wheel out of. I gotta tighten that up a little more, it's moving. There we go. So you can see it there. Nice straight level piece here. And you don't have to get rid of that burr because that burr will hammer over. So there we go. Yeah, so I got it in the drill. The drill's locked in the vise by the handle. Got the shaft in here, and I'm just going around tapping. Not too heavily. Not too heavily, otherwise the shaft will bend a bit. If it does bend, leave it in the drill and just tap to the side until you get it straight again. You can straighten it again, it's not a big deal. Let's take this out if I can. And let's get a nice shaft here. There. So, there's a cut one, and you can see there, I hope you can see that. There's a 45 on this, right? And then you want to flatten it with the grinder like that, and then when you're hitting with the hammer it curves out quicker because you're going to have to hammer quite a bit to get that down. So that's just to help you with your flanging of the actual shaft itself. There you go. And you'll end up with a beautiful rivet. Rivet shaft, I should say. Lovely shaft like this. So you end up with a lovely shaft like this, and then when you put it in, you just put it down on the vise, right? And you tap the other end after making it the right size. You'll still have to flatten it if you chop it with the pliers though. So I just made in this morning 30 shafts, which will last me a long time, and they're all looking really nice. Look at this. I made some extra long ones just in case I need longer ones. Now you don't have to straighten this side off, but you don't always have to straighten this 45 off on this side right away, because later on you might come with the pliers and clip it again and then have to do it a second time. So there's no need to do both sides. You can do one side and then clip the other side at the right length when you have the toy ready. So there you go. There's 30 shafts, all nicely ready to go and use. I'll just put them in my box. That should keep us going for a while. Nothing like spare parts. Yeah, back again here. Just going through the car, Dinky and Corgi, Dinky and Corgi. axles. Oops. I've been making a couple of, quite a few shafts. I just want to give you tips on, you know, if you're making 100 what to do, but if you're just making a few, the easy way and the quickest way. I have tried some of the other things, like the punch and that you can buy online, things like that. So I'll just give you an overview of those. Yeah, they call it peen the shaft. P-E-N-E-D, I peened the shaft, I don't know why. And that's to peen it to this, which I call kind of like, more like a rivet thing, but anyways. So there's a really nice one I've done. And just want to show you the various things I tried this morning. Now, where's the punch I made? I made this punch with the hollow inset here. They said you can do it that way. And then I got really bright idea. They say if you put a shaft over top, and then I ran a drill down through, you get this hollow on the top here, right? After you flatten this, of course. You flatten it, and you put it on this, and then you put a drill down there and hollow it out. It's a peen set. Hollow it out, and then you tap it around. I didn't find it helped much at all. I was quicker just putting it in the vise and tapping on with the hammer than doing that. So there you go. But I'll just show you what I ended up with. If you are making only a couple of shafts for a car, you just take the shaft, take the clothes hanger, take the paint off it real quick. You're only doing two, you know, it's a one car, right? Do an extra long piece so you can do the two cars at once, right? So always away from your finger, folks. There you go, that's pretty good. There's a little bit left there, but we'll get that in a minute. Give it a bit of a shine for you guys. A little bit of shine. Get some light on this so we can see. And now, you want that end to be flat for your hammering. It takes all of 5 minutes, if you can see that. There we go. Turn it up a little. There's the shaft flattened, one. And the usually way I cut them is using a little bit of a messy bench here, but I just take a pliers and cut them, so I'm going to do a little bit extra long ones for the fun of it. We'll say they are, we'll do two like this. I do them extra long in case there's something I need them for. That's one. Oop, flew away, let's go get it. And I'll do the second one just to be doing what you'd be doing at home. Now, so I have one grounded flat, this one here, and I'm going to show you me flattening it and how quick it goes. Now you stick it in the vise with only a little bit of the head up. I have aluminum protection in here, of course. Right, and now all you got to do is just tap around in circles a little. Gently. Usually if I took the bigger hammer, if you do it straight, you're okay like this. But sometimes when you go off to the side, you will bend in the shaft. So now I've been doing like only 2 seconds of this. Now by the time you take the unit where you're supposed to drill it, put it on, put it in the drill and everything else, you're already getting this done. Now that was only a little bit of tapping. And let's see how it looks. I mean, you're already nearly there, I bet you. Look at that. Here we go. Oh, I'm not in the camera, of course. I'll bring it up here so you can see it. There we go. Needs a little bit of a shiny up though, so you can see it better. Where's the camera? There we go. It's already there. A little bit more, I think. And you'll have a shaft. That's how easy it is. Now by the time you take this unit and you put it on and you drill the hole and you tap it out, and then you take this round punch thing, which I've tried a couple of times. It does work. I mean, you could have a round punch and finish it off like this if you want. If it makes you feel good. I don't see much difference really. Got a little bit of a burr there or something, I think. I think it's from the punch actually. And there we go. Yeah. So all this fuss, you know, and I made this out of one of those center punches. Let me get, sorry, I'm having trouble with my lights and everything this morning. So I made this just out of a center punch, and I used a Dremel and made a hollow piece in there. And I mean, if you want to make one, fine, but the tapping it does the trick for me, for my cars. So there you go. But if you want to buy the special tool and the drill and that, yeah. So you don't have a vise, you just have your vice grip. You can get a vice grip, clamp it in, right? See what I'm doing there? In the vice grips, real tight. Now you flatten the end of your shaft. Nice little rotation thing here. Who needs special tools? The hammer and the vice grips. And the pliers for cutting. Bit of patience. Now if you were using a pop rivet, it would go even quicker. The aluminum ones are very soft. We'll just try one actually. It's nearly there. It's got a little mark in it, so from the grips. That happens sometimes, you know. When you use the vice grips, you get a bit of a dent. There we go. How quick was that? We'll try aluminum one. So here's an aluminum rivet. It already has one side done. I'm just doing this for demos. I think that'll be enough. I'm just going to have to cut off the other side there, the standard rivet side there, so I can just put on a wheel to show you, because this is just a demo piece. And look at that, how quick that was. There we go. Ta-da!